Hello, hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here and watching these videos. Today is Tuesday, and like every Tuesday, we look at love and relationships. So we have an interactive tarot reading in which you choose the deck that calls you, and we look at the main guidance from spirit, as well as what to release and what to focus on in your love life. All right. Well, let's get started. Today we have the pink, the blue, and the purple fairy. And we always begin with grounding, centering, and connecting with the breath. So if it feels right to you, you can follow along with me while I roll my shoulders back. I move the neck front to back and then side to side. Now let's take a deep inhale through the nose together. Hold for a couple of seconds and gently exhale. Now pick the fairy, the pink, the blue, or the purple that calls you intuitively. Ready? All right, let's begin with the pink fairy. For those of you who picked this one, let's move the cards a bit from side to side and let's set the intention. Please give us some guidance for our love life and romantic relationships in love, in light, and for our highest good. I say this for protection. And so it is. All right. Main guidance. Now, what do we need to release? Ooh. And now, oops, let's put them. They were all jumping. What's the main guidance? What to release? And now, what to focus on? Hold on. They are jumpy. They are very jumpy, this deck. All right. What's the main guidance? And we have the beautiful Strength card. Major Arcana, double knock, as it is major guidance. So strength. Strength is all about our inner strength, our ability to handle all the setbacks and challenges that life brings, right? Remembering to roar, as the song of the Katy Perry goes, but also it is a card of self control, right? Remembering that what we need to focus on is what we can control in our lives. So there are a lot of things we cannot control. We cannot control how other people behave, what other people like, what other people dislike. We cannot control the weather. There are more things that we cannot control than what we can control. And sometimes we waste our energy by trying to put all our energy in control, in trying to control the things that are not um, at our hands to do, right? So the strength card reminds you of this. First, that you are strong enough to handle whatever life throws. But second, it reminds you to focus your energy on what you can control at this time, because that's what your strength, your inner strength, will be built on, right? When we do not waste our energy, our efforts, our love, our things, and we bring it back to us, to our center, right? So self control. That means controlling our anger or managing our anger, right? Because All emotions that come from us are valid, right? Anger is part of the human journey, right? However, how we manage that anger, right? So we validate it, we then try to understand where it's coming from, and then it's when we can become the emotional alchemist to change it. But there is healthy anger. All emotions can be healthy if you manage them and correctly and you express them correctly. So, with this set as the main guidance for our love life and romantic relationships, this strength card means exactly that. Come back to yourself, come back to your center, right? And what can you control at this time? What can you manage, right? Your attitude, your responses, your peace, right? So come back to your center and stop putting all the focus or attention on the other person, right? If you are in a relationship right now, and bring it back to yourself, right? Try to manage your emotions in general, right? Emotional regulation right now, so you can better manage those emotions. So, a lot of practices that have to do with emotional regulation. Remember, from a calm mind, from a calm soul, is where we take the best decisions, where we make the best choices. So come back to your center. Remember that calm mind, that calm heart, the calm soul, right? So this is the main message. Stop focusing on the other person. Now, if you are not in a relationship right now, it's more or less the same message is bring the energy back to you, to your center, right? What can you manage? What can you make decisions on now instead of trying to put all the focus on the outside, right? And that's when we come back to our center, also we attract our soul tribe, right? Those spirits that resonate with us because we are grounded in our truth and our being. So bring your energy back to you, all right? Ask yourself, what can I control? How can I manage my emotions better right now? And how can I focus my life on the things that are my truth? Because remember, a relationship is a partnership and a partnership of equals. So even though you support each other and you're there for each other, is not what one wants above somebody else's, right? So remembering now to focus on you so you know what you want and who you are and what you are creating out of life. And then the partner comes as an equal and it is a joint journey together. All right, now let's look at what to release. And what to release, we have the Eight of Cups, right? Eight is that energetic number of abundance, and Cups is emotions, is the water element. So when this card is in what to release right now, we would say that the Eight of Cups mostly wants. Wants you to walk away from things or from situations, from conversations that are emotionally charged, right? So in Rider Waite Smith Tarot, in a traditional deck, in the Eight of Cups, we see a figure walking away, right? Walking away from cups. Um, then they are leaving behind, right? Things that they care about, um, but that are impacting them. So interesting enough, on what to release, if we are talking of what to release, the Eight of Cups is the perfect card. So the spirit of this card is telling us, release things that are painful right now. And that includes conversations that are emotionally charged, right? So there may be conversations that you need to have right now, but when something is eh, too emotionally charged, pause. And it goes perfectly with the main guidance that we have today of coming back to yourself. So if you're entering a conversation with your significant other that it becomes too emotionally charged, pause. Come back to your center. That's your strength. Do not get lost on the heavy flows of emotions, right? And it's also telling you to walk away from things, people, situations that are hurtful, right? So if anything, a person, a situation is bringing you more pain than um, peaceful moments. We're not going to talk about happy moments. So, if let's say happy moments is in this part of the spectrum, and difficult moments and sad moments is on this part, the middle ground is peace, right? Peaceful moments where we are not ecstatic with happiness, but we are not desperate with sadness, right? So, peace. So, let's say that you put things in a balance right now with a person or your relationship, and you try to see in a spectrum, right? Where does it fall? Does it fall on more desperate moments where you are anxious, sad, your energy, those is just all the way down in vibration of the emotions that you're feeling? Or it brings things from the center on. So, peace, contentment, joy, happiness, right? Excitement. So, most of the time, where are you at, right? So, do this exercise by measuring how much, where are you in the balance with a person, with a situation, and if you find yourself that from peace all the way down, that it is desperation, sadness, anxiety. Most of the time you're here, then this card is telling you, time to walk away. No matter how painful it is, time to walk away. And you are doing this for your own health and mental well being. So, anything right now that brings your energy down, that most of the time you are in this anxious, desperate, sad mode, is telling you to walk away. But if you find that you're most of the time you're happy, content over here, then what this card would tell you, then it's not that you need to walk away from the person, from the relationship, or from the situation. It just means that when there is a conversation or a place where it's becoming too emotionally charged, pause, come back to your center, and walk away from it if appropriate, right? So you maintain your calm and your strength. Now let's look at what to focus on right now. The Four of Swords. All right. So here we go on the energy of the number four, right? And four in numerology is that number of stability, right? Of a good foundation, of structure. And swords, we're moving into the air element, right? Now, in traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, this card is depicted as a figure that is resting, right? Now, so this is the card of rest, right? And it's not about physical rest, although that could be it too. It is a card of mental rest, right? So this Four of Swords, what he's asking you is to please take time for things that decompress you mentally, right? How can you put down your sword, right? And the sword is that mental chatter. Also, how can you put down the sort of having to over explain and talk and just focus on resetting and resting, right? So, clarity on your next steps will come out of taking time to rest. And all these three cards, and this is why I've loved tarot and I've always fallen in love with tarot. As somebody who is very purposefully wanting to help others navigate times of hardship, right? Or that famous saying of walking through the valley of shadow of death, right? So, as somebody who wants to be of service of others, I am a board certified coach and I do have a master's in psychology, and I'm a board certified holistic practitioner that specializes in energy healing. And all of this because all my training is towards trying to help others. And the reason why I incorporate the cards in my practice, and I love tarot specifically, is because the lessons that it gives us and the guidance we get spiritually, I call the guidance from the divine spirit, from the spirit world, it goes so well together. So, all this to say, this reading shows you something very important. Main message to right now bring your your focus, your energy back, right? To your center, to yourself. That's where your true strength is. Focusing on what you can control, right? In life, in your relationship, in your aspects, focus on what you want to do. What do you think you were created for, right? There is the divine creator, right? And you are part of this tapestry of life. So, what are you here to bring to life? And the purpose doesn't have to be something huge. It can be little things, helping somebody, your art, your work. So, bringing that focus back, right? And not entering situations that are too emotionally charged, and also releasing people and things that are bringing your energy down right now, remembering to again bring it back to your center. And then this time it's saying rest, find find again that center by resting your mind, resting the conversations, right? This is the swords. And instead, go for spend time with yourself, go into nature, go into prayer, go into meditation, things that bring you back, go into the hobbies and the people and the places that recharge you. All right. So it's a beautiful message of letting go, resting, and coming back to you, right? To who you are and your true home, that is that divine spark in you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share these messages that it may be somebody who needs to hear this right now. If you would like to explore your particular situation with me, I offer private sessions online, right? That you can do by phone, video call, or even chat, as well as pre recorded readings that are sent directly to your email. So please reach out if you have any questions, and I can let you know how a session with me can help you and can accompany you mostly in whatever you are going through right now. All right, let's look at the blue fairy for those of you who picked this one. All right. All right. The blue fairy. And this cute little deck that has a druidry type of imagery. As I've mentioned many times, I try to tell you things about me in these videos so you understand how I work with the cards and who I am. Because when you find a tarot reader, a coach, a therapist, a counselor, you need to resonate with them. So knowing more about what their approach is and where they are coming from is very important, right? So I am a practicing druid, and druidry is or can be viewed as a philosophy or a spiritual path that is very nature centered. And it's based mostly on nature and old Celtic spirituality. So this deck embodies all of that. So let's go for it and let's set the intention. Please give us guidance, insight, and messages for our love life and romantic relationships. We ask in love, in light, for our highest good. So mote it be. All right. Ooh, let's see. There was one who jumped out, actually, three that jumped out. So let's put them all because I honor any cards that want to jump out. So the main message comes from these three cards right now. And all right, I honor anything that wants to come out. The idea is that one will come out for each, but if more want to come out, more want to come out. Now let's look at what to release. What to release and what to focus on. All right. So we have a long main guidance message. We're going to read them in order. So who answers our call? And it is the spirit of the Adept of Wands, then the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Stones. Very interesting. So the Adept of Wands would be the Knight of Wands in traditional tarot. And this is because it was the first card, this is the spirit of this card brings the main message, and the other two are supportive cards, right? What means is that we kind of read them in order. All right, so we have wands here. It is the fire element, all right? And this Knight of Wands, that I'm going to call him Knight because it is the Knight, although here it's called the Adept. It is action, right? And it is a type of action. It is a Knight that it is fast moving, right? So the guidance of this card right now is action. It means taking action towards something. So if I were to ask you, if I had you sitting right in front of me, right, I would ask, what have you been feeling or sensing that you need to do right now towards your love life, towards your relationship? What is something like a nudge, an this feeling that you have, there is something that you need to do? Is it a conversation that you need to have? Is it approaching a person that you're interested in and asking them out? Is it walking away from your relationship? Is it doing something fun with your significant other and going on a date or going on vacation? So if you close your eyes, now close your eyes for a second, right? Put your hands on your chest, on that heart energy. Think about your love life. If you are in a relationship, you can think of that person. If you're not in a relationship, think about your love life. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes and answer what it is that you feel like doing. What it is that you sense is important to do right now. right? So you have the key, you have the answer. Um, I tell you that my approach to the cards, it is one where I empower you. I believe deeply that the future is fluid, right? In the sense that we do not predict. The cards guide. They are divinatory in the sense that it is a conversation with the divine, right? We get signs. I'm a reader and a coach and an interpreter of the cards, and I ask you the questions. But the choice is yours to make. You have your free will. Now, if you ask me, is there destiny and fate? In a way, you were not able to choose, or in some traditions, we may think that you did choose in the family and the country that you were born and the circumstances. But that's part of your destiny because it's not something that consciously right now you've chosen. But what the choices and the decisions you make right now in these incarnation of your soul in this life, that is your free will and your choice, right? So that's why I'm asking you, what do you feel that you need to do right now? And you may feel that you need to ask a person out, that you need to have an important conversation, that you have to let somebody know something, that you have to go on vacation, or that you have to walk away from something, or maybe start doing an activity or something, whatever your soul is telling you, and your intuition, that's messages from the divine of what to do. And the cards are telling you this is a time for action. So connect with that and follow suit, right? Do what that intuition and your soul is asking. And then we have the Seven of Swords, right? And this is a card. Now we're moving to the Swords energy. Again, air element, right? And the swords, I would say, the Seven of Swords is a card of trusting, deception, right? But I see it more as trust. So if we got the Knight of Wands, that it's telling you it's time for action, what is your intuition telling you right now? Connect with that. The Seven of Swords is asking you to trust yourself, to trust that inner knowing, right? To trust that you can do the path. Trust in yourself. If you are getting an intuition about an action or something you need to do, trust it. Trust yourself. And it could even be asking you this card, what could help you trust yourself more? Trust your path more right now, right? Or even, why aren't you trusting yourself, your decisions, right? What are you afraid of taking this action? So, getting into that self awareness, extremely important, because the more you know yourself, and the more you know your soul and the more you listen to your intuitive messages, the easier your path forward will be and more clarity you will have. Now, the Nine of Stones, here we move into the earth element, that is the stones, right? And the Nine of Stones is a card of success, right? Of almost being the culmination of the 10, right? And the 10 of Pentacles in traditional tarot is like this card that shows, almost having achieved everything, right? The culmination of alignment and things in the physical aspect. So the Nine of Stones is saying, if we read it as an energy forecast, take that action forward, trust yourself more. And then the card is saying, and success will be yours, right? So that's how the sentence goes. What is your intuition? What is your soul telling you you need to do right now? Trust it. How can you trust it more? Once you trust it, success is yours. All right, let's see what the tarot tells us to release. And we have the Druid of Stones. So this would be the King of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And the King of Pentacles, right, is the the top of the hierarchy of the suit of pentacles, right? So it is this combination of energy, that's what we would call the divine masculine. So it is that energy of practicality, logic, right? But it is mixed with the earth element, that it is those resources, that physical things in life, right? And this king, or this druid of stones, king of pentacles, is somebody who knows how to manage their life very well. We're not talking about managing emotions or being intellectual or even being this amazing speaker here, right? No, it is somebody who is very grounded. We're talking about the earth element, so he's calm, collected, and manages their life well, right? So manages their finances, pays their bills on time, their home is in order, their projects at work are also in order, right? So somebody grounded and also very stable. So, this King of Pentacles, remember we are on the release position, right? Is advising you that right now, anything that is not in order, anything that is chaotic, anything that you're not managing well, what to release is release impulsivity, release having things all over the place, and it's asking you put order right now, right? So your energy requires that order. So anything that seems chaotic around your life or your romantic relationships or love, put it in order, right? This is a very grounded king that wants order and moves slowly, right? So it's saying do not be impulsive, right? Do not be that fire that would be the ones, but be that earth element. And it is asking you to put certain things in order so you act calmly and slowly make your decisions slowly, move slowly. But again, there is something that you need to do right now, remember? So do that, right? Trust yourself. Success will be yours, but remember to be very grounded. So it is letting go of anything that, again, feels chaotic or is impulsive. Think this through, follow suit, but in a calm, collected type of way. All right? It's mostly about setting something in order, right? And it could be, this could actually also be pointing out at something that has not, it's not your love life, but it's something else in your life that it is chaotic. And this is making your energy not aligned or focused here in your love life, right? So it's asking for order, calmness, all right? Now, let's look at what to focus on. What are those steps that the tarot is advising you to focus on? And we have the spirit of the Eight of Swords answering our call, right? And the Eight of Swords is, we always have this image of an individual, a person surrounded by swords. And as I explained, swords is the air element. It's our thoughts, our mental chatter sometimes. And here the Eight of Swords tells you, if it has to give you advice, it is examine your thoughts right now, your thoughts around your relationship, of where to go next, right? And put them in order. So if this, what signals it when I put the cards together, is that your thoughts need to be put in order, meaning that try to make sense of where you're going, right? Trusting that inner intuition, but making sure that you are focused on one thing and you're not all over the place in your thinking of like, maybe I should do this or maybe not, or if I do this, like going in circles in your head. Right now, this Eight of Swords says, all right, liberate yourself from all the mental chatter, right? And focus your intention into something. Create order around your thoughts. Very important. Move forward with the thing that you know you need to do. And that's, as I explained at the beginning, connecting with your soul, going into your center, trusting yourself more, and this will bring you to a successful resolution. But right now, create order in the mental chatter, right, around your relationship. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share. Sharing is caring, and there may be somebody who needs to hear all of this. And again, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates. Perhaps the entire reading doesn't resonate, but perhaps one of these things was just meant for you. So take what resonates, do not force the rest. And if you want us to look specific at your situation, reach out, make an appointment for a live session with me, or get a pre recorded reading so we can really go in depth at what's going on in your life right now. All right, let's look at the purple fairy for those of you who picked that one. All right, here we have the purple fairy. All righty. Let's move the cards a little bit. All the cards have been prepared on the sacred space for this reading before I started the video, but still I move the cards a little bit. Sometimes I give it a little knock and always set the intention, tell the cards what it is that we want. So we want guidance and messages towards our love life and romantic or intimate relationships right now. The main guidance, what to release and what to focus on. And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. All right, main guidance. What to release and what to focus on. All right, 3 cards, very straightforward. And we answer, the answer comes from the spirit of the Two of Swords as the main guidance. All right, the Two of Swords. Again, we are in the air element, trying to find clarity, right? So this card is asking for clarity. What do you feel stuck on, right? What do you feel that you do not have enough clarity on right now? And what would help you get more clarity on something? Is it a conversation that needs to be had? Is it time for yourself to think things through well? So this card is asking you for clarity, right? And it is saying this is a mixture of like, because you have swords, that is your intellect, right? And also see how the person has their eyes, has a band over their eyes so they cannot see. So it's a mixture of, yes, get clarity through discernment, through thinking things through, but also how they feel. And again, it is that middle point between intuition and discernment, of sensing and knowing. It is between facts and emotions. So this card is asking for clarity and mixing things together. So what to do right now? connect with your intuition, but also be observant and connect with your intellect, right? Make decisions based on clarity. So this card is telling you, do not just do whatever, do not just make choices randomly. Right now, it is about both getting facts, thinking things through well before taking a step forward, but also sensing deep inside of you if that choice is appropriate. So it's mixing both. This card is telling you not to act impulsively, right? But to gain clarity. Now, what to release and who answers our call? And we have Temperance, Major Arcana, Major Advice. Temperance is a lovely card because it's a card of moderation. It is a card of patience, right? And Temperance, we have it on the release position right now. And Temperance would tell you pretty much it is supporting what the main message is. Temperance is saying release anything that is not moderate, that it's not well thought through. So anything that feels rushed, impulsivity, just going with things really, without thinking, um, do not do it. Both cards are telling you to slow down, be patient, and what's more, connect with yourself and with your head and your heart. Observe, listen to your intuition, get facts, ask questions, be a detective in the sense of do not make any choice or any decision impulsively. Be patient and really be moderate in your actions as well and with your words. Do not go into extremes. Important. Now, what to focus on continuing with this? And we have the Chariot. Wow, wow, major arcana, major advice. And this is very interesting because you got two major arcanas, right? And here we have Temperance telling us, that anything that's impulsive is not the right, or anything that's impulsive or that it's extreme in thinking, oh, it's either this or that, just to come to middle ground in things. This card, the main message is to think things through, to sense them, to use both intellect and intuition, discernment and intuition. But the Chariot is a card of success and is a card of movement, right? It is movement forward and success. So the Chariot, based on these other cards, would ask you, what are the steps you can take right now, right? What actions can you do? So what steps can you take in a way that they are not impulsive, that you are honoring both the facts and your discernment, as well as your sensing and your intuition, and you are moderate in your approach. So that this is calling for moderation in your approach, and this main card is asking not to be impulsive, to think things through, and to also feel them, doesn't mean you need to do no action at all. No, the Chariot says, yes, you need to move forward. Move forward either in your relationship, in your life, but this movement forward, however, keeping in mind to be moderate. So think things through, and what's more, you will know the right decision here, or the right choice, or what you need to say, or what to do with your relationship, or how to approach being in a relationship if you don't have one, because the answer will bring you peace, not anxiety. But take steps forward. Do not cocoon yourself, in your home, in your life without forward movement. The Chariot is asking for forward movement, for you to get out there, for you in your relationship or in finding one. But with moderation, thinking things through, thinking before talking, getting both facts and intuition aligned. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message as there may be somebody who needs to hear. Remember, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, right? And do not force the rest. Let it go. Maybe it's the entire message that resonates with you. Great. Maybe it's some aspects. Just take what resonates. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, these are my offerings. I offer live sessions either by phone, video call, or even chat, right? And there are different times available. And I also offer pre recorded readings. If you want to hear more about my services or you have any questions, please contact me. My information is on my website as well as the links in the description. Contact me, ask me. You can ask me by email or give me a call. I'm also on WhatsApp and I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And by getting the notifications in this channel, you get all the notifications of the videos we post. On Sunday, it is the energy forecast. On Monday, it is work and career. Tuesday is love and relationships. Wednesday is oracle card messages. Thursday is a chakra reading. And Fridays are the weekend messages. All right. I hope you have a gentle rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And brightest blessings your way.